good afternoon, or good evening, everyone. So, this is the group 4. So, our topic is about labor market, wage rate, and labor union. So, before we start our first lesson of differentiating what is nominal wage and real wage, let us first discuss what is wages. So, wage refers to the compensation paid to the worker or employee for their labor. Wage is typically expressed on hourly, daily, or salary basis. Wages represent the price of labor in the market. So for example, if a company pays its worker 500 per hour, that amount is the wage for their labor. So did you get it? Wages is the amount of compensation you get for your work, skills. So now, let's differentiate between what is nominal wages and real wages. So let's start first with nominal wages. So nominal wages, also called as money wage, it refers to the amount or the literal amount you get paid for hours or salary. So for example, if your employer pays you 500 an hour for your work, then your nominal wage is 500. So what is real wages? So real wages is the amount of payment a person can expect to receive. Real wages also is the purchasing power of the amount received. So it is considered a more accurate than nominal wage because it measures the economic well-being of a worker over time. So, for example, if a person nominal wage is 500, the real wage is above or below that amount depending on the current inflation rate. So, to differentiate the two of them, nominal wage refers to the amount of money earned without adjusting for inflation, while real wages accounts for inflation, reflecting the purchasing power of the income.
Productivity's higher wages is a result of high productivity's labor. Workers' high productivity is distributed to large amount of capital, advantage technology, education and skills, culture and motivation. Here's the examples illustrating the relationship between productivity and higher wages. Example, manufacturing industry. In a manufacturing plants, workers using advantage robotics and advantage technology can produce twice as many products per hour compared to a plant using audited machinery. Large amount of capital. The plant invested heavily in modern equipment, allowing workers to operate more efficiently. Advantage technology. The robots streamline production process, reducing errors and waste. Education and skills are very important to workers are trained in operating and maintaining the new machinery, increasing their skills and levels. Culture and motivation. A positive worker culture encourages teamwork and innovation, motivating workers to maximize their output. As a result of these factors, the planned significant increase in productivity. Consequently, the company can afford to offer high wages to its employees to recognize their contribution to overall success of operations. Decline on productivity. The productivity among workers in the past few years in relatives high but recently is eroding. There are several reasons for this decline, including slower rate of capital formation, technological progress, decline in education. Examine the decline productivity is recent years. Worker productivity has experienced a noticeable decline despite previous high levels. Several factors contribute to this trend. Slowly rate capital formation, investment in new capital such as machinery infrastructures has low dissemination limits, so tools and resources available for workers hindering their ability to produce efficiently and innovative. Technological progress. While technology can enhance productivity, the uneven adoption of new technology across industries has led to disparities. Some sectors may lag integrating investments, causing a decline in overall productivity as older methods remain used. Decline in education, a decrease in quality or relevance of education can lead to workforce that is less skills and prepare for modern jobs demands. These skills gap hinder innovation efficiently, resulting in lower overall productivity. Wage determination occurs with the marginal resources of cost equals the marginal revenue product of labor. In a competitive market, firms hire workers until the wage equals the employer, which reflects the additional revenue generated by the last worker hired. In a monopolistic market, a single employer has greater control over wages. Here, the MRC higher than wages because the employer must raise wages for all workers to attract additional labor. The equilibrium wages is still found where it equals employer, but it typically results in the lower wages employment levels compared to competitive markets. Perfect competition in labor markets. In a perfect competitive labor market, the supply curve for labor horizontal, reflecting that firms can hire as many workers as they want at prevailing wage rate. This wage rate is determined by intersection of the demand for labor, which represent how much labor firms want to hire at different wage levels, and horizontal supply curve, which reflects the available workforce willing to work at that wage. That marginal resource course MRC curve, which shows additional cost of hiring one more until of labor, coincides with the supply curve in perfect competitions as firms to hire additional workers. That wage remains constant, assuming the market is large for enough individual firms to price stickers. Thus, equilibrium wage is set of the point which labor demand equals labor supply. This balance ensures that the resource allocated efficiently within the market. Determination monopsony. In a monopsony, a single employer dominates the labor markets, allowing them to acquire large number of workers while paying lower wages. This typically occurs in region provision where alternative employment options are limited. Example, a large factory in rural town may be the only employer for mile because of this factory can set lower wages that might be found in a competitive market as workers have few alternatives. The factor maximizes in profit by hiring workers until marginal resources cost equal marginal revenue product, but this leads to lower wages, restored employment compared competition market. Union strategy. Unions play a crucial role in shaping wage and working conditions for their members. They employ various strategies to enhance their bargaining power and achieve better outcomes. Key strategies include discourage imports by advocating policies that limit foreign competitions. Unions aims to boost demand for domestically produced goods, benefiting their members. Reducing labor supply. Craft unions often focus limiting the number of young workers in specific trends. By reducing the supply of labor, they can increase wage for existing members through higher demand. Building collective power. Industrial unions seek to unite all workers within industry, regardless of their specific trend. This collective strength enhances their negotiating power, allowing their push for better wage and working conditions across the board. These strategies collectively aim to secure better pay and improve the overall working environment to unions members. Bilateral monopoly. A bilateral monopoly occurs when a single employer monopolist faces a single seller monopolist in the labor market. In this scenario, the employer has significant power of over wages, typically offering lower wages while the union representing workers might demand higher wages, better conditions. This talk of the war creates a conflict that often requires intervention from external parties such as a mediator, arbitrator to reach resolution that balance interests of both employer and employees.
So now let's talk about what is minimum wage. So minimum wage is the lowest legal hourly pay that employers are required to offer their employees. It is set by government legislation to ensure a basic standard of living for workers. So for example, if the minimum wage is set at 500 per hour, employers cannot pay less than this amount for their employees' work to avoid hardship and poverty for low-skilled workers. The minimum wage, just like any other minimum price, contributes to the surplus of the labor resources, which is unemployment. Why unemployment? So there are several reasons why. So first is the higher labor cost. When the minimum wage is set above the equilibrium wage, employers may find it too expensive to hire as many workers, leading to reduced job openings. Second is reduced demand for labor. Some businesses, particularly small, may cut back on having or reduce their worker force to manage increased labor costs, contributing to unemployment. Although there are negative sides, there is also a positive side that are said to exist. Number one, indirectly forcing an employee to work more effectively. Second, encouraging automation and providing the workers with those things. Third, requiring the employees to improve worker skills and health. So overall, minimum wage aims to provide a living wage to reduce poverty and promote fair compensation. Next is wage differentiation. From the word differential, it refers to the variety in wages paid to different workers based on their various factors. It is the talent, skills, and education of different individuals vary. Workers with talented specialized skills are often earn higher wages compared to those in early level position. For example, a software engineer with 5 years of experience might earn 200,000 per year, while a recent graduate in the same field may start at 70,000. Second, aspects which are monetary, just like risk and seasonality. So some market imperfections like lack of geographical and socioeconomical mobility and lack of knowledge. Understanding wage differential keeps and analyzing what is labor market. So let me give you another example of wage differentiation. So let's have a physician. A physician typically earn significantly more profit than a nurse. Let's say a physician might make a 100,000 annually, while a registered nurse earn around 75,000. Let's move on to what is human capital. Human capital, it refers to the investment that individuals are making in the education and health, as well as to their talent, skills, and knowledge. Let's say, for example, a developer. A developer invests time and resources into obtaining a degree in computer science, learning programming language, and gaining work experience through internship. To increase their human capability or capital, as a result, they are likely to command a higher salary, such as 100,000 per year, compared to someone with such qualification who might only earn 50,000 in a similar field. This example highlights the importance of investing in education and training to enhance an individual productivity and economic potential. That's all everything. I hope you learned something in our discussion. Thank you for watching our video.